Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this Guru Mantra morning meditation. Welcome everybody to this morning's Guru Mantra meditation. There's no school on today for all the mums and dads, which means you don't have to race off today. Hi Karen, hey Warren, up early on a Sunday. Hey Jess and Lou. So good when people make this, hey Amy and Rach, make this their daily practice. The daily practice extending into the weekend. Hi Jordan, Chantal, Claire, Amy Vivian, Nafisa, Adwana, Tanya, Gina, hi everybody, hey Mel. I have a little tea going. I love a tea in the morning. And I love black tea. And the great thing about black tea, that I was given full permission to drink black tea. Hi Andy and Kitty, by my Tantra teacher, because he said it's very good for creating yang energy, hybrid, especially on the, well, for me, I needed it. Hi Jess, on the astral. We might talk a little bit about the astral today, if we have time. Hi Jess and Ash. Welcome, Natalie. You can finally join a live. Woohoo! So I was very kind of yin on the astral, very receptive, meaning that when I would drop into astral states, yes, this is for you, Kate. Kate is the most incredible artist. Her and her husband are wonderful photographers, artistic photographers, and she has gone really deep into the mystical aspects of yoga and shamanism, and we talk about this a lot after class. Hi Alexandra, welcome, and blushing emoji. Hey Mish. And we were talking about dream states and the intensity of dreams. And for me, I mean, it's a really big topic for me, but most of my early spiritual experiences, hi Bree, hi Haley, would come around sleep states. So it would be in those moments between wake and sleep, or within dreams themselves, is when I've had very intense astral experiences, meaning that I was experiencing a reality that was purely energetic. That is the description, I guess you could say, of the astral realm. And it's something that we can all access. And for me, I was very yin on the astral plane, meaning astral experiences naturally came easily to me, but the yin is the receptive, and the capacity for me to be able to drop was easy, but also I was open to a lot of different energetic forces, which you don't always want. You know, you want to have some control. And having control would mean having some balance between the yin and the yang, and having more yang on the astral realm. So one of the tools that my Tantra teacher gave me, or he would always be drinking black tea. And you'd think, I was sort of like, oh, because he was so clean. I mean, he wouldn't have had sugar or alcohol for maybe 25, 30 years. This guy was really just next level in terms of the way he dedicated his life to the practice and teachings. And when I asked him, he said, this is, you know, it helps to keep you yang, or in that kind of masculine when you need it. So if you're somebody who has astral experiences that you're not in control of, or you're experiencing energy that you don't want to, that's one technique. I mean, don't just rely on black tea, but that's one of them. Do you think that decaf black tea would work? No, it would not, I'm afraid. Pure black tea. Just a normal black tea. You don't have to have tons of it. And it's only if you're too way out and receiving too much, too receptive, too yin. So that is a little side note. Dreams are a big, big topic, and there are some great books that I have on dreams. Hi, Narelle. Hi, Sunny. Welcome. I want to say a big thank you to Casey for doing such a wonderful job yesterday. I took the morning off and I did my big practice in the morning, and I listened to her meditation in the evening, and it was so good, and there was so much heart in her teachings, and I really want to say thanks for connecting with the community and for keeping these teachings going for everyone, because I want the momentum to keep going, and I want us to just be here every day together, because I know that sometimes you won't be able to show up for whatever reason, and to know that it is always on is really important, and for us to just keep showing up for you in whatever way we can is really important, so that you know it's there for you. It's like this kind of holding net during this very intense time. I wanted to share, so I need to mention that there have been a couple of questions. Amy from She's Green, I will get to Shiva Shakti. She's messaged me with a beautiful Shiva Shakti message, but right now it's too big of a teaching for us to get into. It will be its own teaching, maybe tomorrow. So this one comes from a student, and she said, I'd like to send you a quick note to let you know how much I'm looking forward to getting up every morning to listen to your beautiful and meaningful words. I am quite newish at meditation, having only started last year during my cancer treatment. I started thinking it would ease my anxieties. I did that, but got so much more out of it. I got calm, but I got depth. I got peace, but I got clarity. It was like decluttering my brain. So thank you for making me understand so much more about the practice. I wish our morning gatherings lasted a little longer. Thank you for offering us your time and your knowledge, Cyan. I don't know how we are going to go when the kids go back to school and I have to leave at 8:30. See what happens. On that, I wanted to say to all those who are mothers and fathers who have children going to school, apologies, but if I do this practice any earlier, then I don't have time to do my practice. So it's really, for me, the 8:30 time allows me to do a full practice before. And on wishing the gatherings lasted a little longer, we're going to have a bigger gathering on Zoom on Thursday through the Light Collective membership. So that one will be 7:30 till 8:15 on Thursday night. It's called Satsang. It's a wisdom talk. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. If you're not a member or if you're struggling for cash at the moment, just let us know and we'll find a way to help you out. And I wanted to drop into what this message kind of ignited in me in terms of a teaching. And first of all, it's that everybody right now is going through a different journey. You can't get up any earlier. Great, Jazz, I know. I feel like 8:30 is a very civilized time. And you can see it for 24 hours. It's true. This idea that we are all going through our own journey, and that right now COVID is amplifying experiences for many people on both the positive and the negative. and the deep compassion that we can have for others, and stepping into a space without judgment, knowing that some people will be going through extreme anxiety right now. And for others, they'll be feeling very peaceful and relaxed and happy to not be out in the world. To accept both ends of the spectrum is really important, and to also have that deep compassion for yourself. And there are some wonderful teachers who talk about compassion. And when it comes to the compassion of the self, there are these great 3 steps that Kirsten Neff, I could be saying her name totally wrong. Somebody out there will know. I know one of you will know how to spell it correctly. You're probably big fans because she's an incredible teacher. And there are these sort of 3 steps that we can have in terms of self-compassion with the journey that we're going on in this moment. And one is self-soothing talk, like, this is a hard time, acknowledging the intensity of this situation. When things arise and you think, oh, why am I being emotional? Why am I crying all day today? Or why am I suddenly, in a state that I feel anxious or I'm not able to sleep? And allowing that inner self-talk to be one that is really kind. This idea that you can talk to yourself like you would if it was your best friend. When I think about my best friend and the way I love and adore her and the way I would want to talk to her, then that for me is like, well, talk to yourself in that way. The second aspect is touch. I mean, we're not getting touch at the moment. Oh my gosh, give me one of these. Giving yourself some kind of loving and comforting touch. And then the third thing is to be, I think that this one is to be realistic about things, in that you're recognizing that you're not the only one going through this experience in the world, because we can drop into a pity party, a poor me. Yeah, you could do a dry brush, but I feel like I love a dry brush, but it's not quite the same as a nice big hug, even from yourself. And when we remind ourselves that we're not alone in this, and I think that is one of the beautiful aspects of this being a worldwide pandemic, is that we know for sure that literally every person in the world is being affected by this right now. And when it comes to what we are doing, every day waking up, doing the work, doing our meditation practice, I think that the thing that I wanted to reiterate for everybody out there is that the hard stuff won't stop coming. So meditation is not raising your vibration on this kind of new age level so that only positive things are going to come your way for the rest of your life. And if you don't think positively, if you don't drop into a vortex of positivity all the time, then it's your fault and you're not doing it right. I don't believe in that at all. I think that the meditation practice provides you with a stillness. It allows you to be more positive generally, because when life throws at you crap, illness, there'd be so many people who have cancer right now on top of experiencing COVID, or are in recovery from cancer, or they're going through a heartbreak experience, they've broken up with somebody, or their home situation is less than ideal. And those types of things are going to keep coming. People have lost their jobs right now. Even after COVID, these types of things will continue to happen in our lives. It's just the way life goes. The universe throws stuff at you. It doesn't know whether it's good or bad. It's just life. Perhaps from a yogic perspective, it's karma that we're continuing to live out in that cycle. And meditation isn't here to have you believe that that's never going to happen again. I had a friend and somebody who's meditating talk with me about how a really hard, difficult situation around finances and work came up for her last week. that's going to keep happening. I'm sorry to be the bearer of reality and bad tidings. But what happens is when we do our meditation practice is that we respond to it in a different way. We just respond differently. And it might be coming from a space that's a little more spacious. It might be a bit more reflective. You'll still have all of the human emotions. And I mean, my flatmate Meg, who's just in here, being very quiet. Thank you, Meg. You can come out whenever you want. Taking over the yoga room. You know, she kind of looks at me sometimes when I have an emotional experience and she's like, wow, you know, you're talking about these teachings and, you know, you're still having a really emotional experience. And yeah, I'm going to have an emotional experience to difficult things that happen in my life. We all will. But what we can do is, because we're all meditators, I mean, she's meditating with me every day, and we sit back and we kind of are able to look at the response that you have. So I will have an intense reaction. And this friend, you know, she felt fear and anxiety when this arose for her. And she felt sadness and emotion. And I mean, for me, even in the last few days, I've had emotional things arise, you know, relationship things come up for me. And I still have the emotion arise in me, but because of the practice, I'm able to kind of reflect on it. I can see when I react really quickly, and I can talk it through with somebody like Meg, and rather than feel like the emotion is me, the experience is me, I can have a little bit of space from it. The things will still continue to happen to me. Yes, exactly. It's that witness experience, and the space becomes greater and greater of that witness. So rather than even having that really intense emotion, you see what's happening, you notice there is an emotion about to arise, you witness it, you let it arise, but it's not you. And I think what was so incredible about this other experience that my friend had was that she said she knew that she was responding differently to it because of the meditation. And there was still emotion there. The practice is not to say you don't feel emotion. This horizontal plane of being human is really, really important. It is as important as that witness, spiritual, transcendent plane of the vertical. The cross, you can see it in the back there. That's my Celtic cross. I'm Irish. Life will continue to happen. We continue to meditate, and we are constantly drawing back into a still center within us. We allow the emotions to arise. We witness the experience. And we notice that we are... even the Dalai Lama says he gets cranky. That is a great visual. I can't imagine it, but maybe he does. And that's okay. The meditation changes us in some way. After practice on Friday, straight after I was hanging up my washing, so mundane. And I said to Meg, there's this great saying, I think it comes from Buddhism. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. We have to continue on with our lives even when we're doing the practice. Even if we gain enlightenment, the physical world will still be here. We will still have to do mundane housework and hang up our washing. Relationships will still be there and challenge us. We just have a different experience of it all. So I want to say thank you to both students who kind of sent me in their experiences, because it's a great bouncing off tool for me in terms of what we talk about in the mornings. Okay, let's begin our meditation. We'll start with a meditation and then we're going to have a shake afterwards to get some energy out, to drop into our bodies and to start a beautiful Sunday. Like tea down the hatch. This tea, I just want to do a shout out to Storm in India. It's called the Afternoon Detox Tea, and it's all in muslin bags. I usually do loose leaf, but the muslin bags are safe because the other bags have all these microplastics in it. So either loose leaf or muslin bags I would recommend if you're going for the black tea. Okay, so make your way into a comfortable seat. Have a stretch or a twist if you need to. And we begin with a few deep breaths in the nose, out of the mouth, in the nose, out of the mouth, and again, deep breath in the nose. Hold the breath at the top and let it gather up any anxiety, concerns, any fatigue or heaviness in the body, in the mind. Open the mouth, exhale to release. And bring our hands to prayer. We'll open with 3 rounds of Om. I invite you to draw your awareness towards the third eye, Agya Chakra. Om, awakening this spiritual seat of the body. When you're ready, inhale to begin. We allow the vibration to support an elevated state of consciousness. One where we can let go of all that is mundane in our lives. The reactive mind, the habits that take a hold in our everyday life. And we're supported to elevate our consciousness, to arise and align with all that is divine, sublime, universal, eternal. And from this elevated state of consciousness, we consecrate, perhaps palms facing up, offering up all of the karmic fruits, all that you might receive, offering it all up to divine consciousness, turning this into an active spirit, and then waiting for a response. You'll feel it from above. bringing the palms to touch, rubbing the hands quickly, feeling the heat of the light in the palms of your hands, cupping the eyes for just one breath. As you exhale, wipe the hands through the whole body. Make your way into your meditative posture, perhaps tip of the thumb and forefinger touching, or a mudra of your choice. And we continue to work with the mantra Satchitananda, connecting us to this inner state of bliss. You might like to repeat the mantra with me out aloud. We will start with a fullness of voice and allow the volume to slowly lower with each round until it becomes a whisper. Satchitananda, 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 Satchitananda. We'll allow the mantra Satchitananda, this sacred mantra gifted to all of humanity, made public for us to use. Once secret, this mantra is now our gift, our connection toward acknowledging, feeling and sensing the bliss that we can uncover through meditative states. Satchitananda. Feel it as a sacred sound, echoing and vibrating through your whole body. Satchitananda. It's okay when the mind becomes absorbed by external thought. Be compassionate with yourself. Draw it back in to the mantra. Let it repeat as a feeling, a vibration within you. Satchitananda, Satchitananda. Sachit Ananda. Sachit Ananda. Really hone your focus on the mantra Sachitananda, Sachitananda, with an intensity and inner fire. Strong focus, Dharana, Sachitananda. And now just like that, let go of the mantra. No attachment, even to the mantra. And what's left is your consciousness in a state of deep focus. A focus without an anchor. Float in this expansive state. Om Bhadram Karnebihi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashe Makshabhirya Chatraha Sthirirangai Stushtuvargam Sastanubihi Vyashema Devahiteng Yadayuhu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We bring the hands to prayer and seal this practice with one round of Om, emptying the breath. And as you inhale, draw the awareness inward and upward to the third eye. Om. Bring the thumbs first to the space between the eyebrows as you bow, and then down to the heart, reminding ourselves to connect always this spiritual thinking, intuitive mind with this wisdom of the heart, the deep compassion, the understanding for others and also ourselves, for this capacity that exists within us. And all those who've joined us this morning, we bow and say Namaste. Namaste to you all. Thanks, Phoebe. Right back at you. So I'm going to finish off the Facebook. So thank you all for joining on Facebook, and those on Instagram, we're going to have a bit of a shake now. So if you want a shake, join on Instagram, because I have to play my music through my computer.